Welcome back to Morning in America. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is well underway. It's back in its full splendor for the first time in a year. Paul Gerke is there live. I guess you could say in the first time in 2 years, because last year was so diminished for obvious reasons. But show us what you're seeing.
Yeah, so we're behind some barricades right now where a whole bunch of the press has been lined up all morning for our front row seat at the very start of the parade. Some of the camera folks have left over the last hour, so I get to show you around a little bit. Follow me. So this is a marching band that's lined up right now getting set. Hey, you guys are on live TV. Happy Thanksgiving! Behind them, a whole bunch of floats. We got a Macy's float with, I believe, Miss America on the very top of it. We've got royalty in the house up here. And as we walk down this way, you see the big baby float just around the corner. That one's going to be the next one in queue, I believe. And if just to the left of it, you see something stuck up in that tree, that is actually a part of one of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid floats that just went by when we were in the commercial break and got stuck in the tree. The entire crowd transfixed on what was happening over there. Which was going to go? Was the balloon going to fall, or was that thread going to come off? Breathe a sigh of relief. The balloon is still on the parade route. It was just the little control, whatever thingamajigger you call it. I don't know. It probably has a name. Keep walking with me, though, just a little bit further. If you could peek around the corner, our photographer Vic can show you. Down Central Park West, you see the Blues Clues float there. It's got all three of the Steves on it. That was pretty cool for a kid who grew up watching Blues Clues. They're going to follow Central Park West all the way down to Columbus Circle, that iconic place in New York City that I'm sure you've seen before just outside of Central Park. The parade, 2.5 miles later, will end at the iconic Macy's at Herald Square. This is so cool to see it from this angle, Adrienne. We usually only get to see the parade from that top view. I feel like one of those kids we had earlier in the show saying that everything is just ginormous from down here.
Are you done, Paul?
Oh, yeah, I was going to give you a chance to talk. I figured I didn't catch your breath for like 2.5 minutes there.
I apologize. I apologize, Paul. We were doing a whole bunch of stuff here, and I am looking at you and enjoying what you're doing, but then we're doing all this live TV in the studio, so forgive me for that little hiccup. You're doing such a great job this morning.
The show within the show is always so much more interesting than the show. That's why I try to give the viewers a little bit of an inside peek, especially because they're not watching the parade live right now if they're watching us. We appreciate that. We want to show you something you're not going to see anywhere else.
What float is that going right by you right there? I'm looking at this float.
That's a great question. It appears to be some rock. Is that Foreigner? Is that the band Foreigner? People are nodding around me. That's the band Foreigner. They're cold as ice out here this morning.
I had to catch the action as it was happening right behind you. And a great job of getting the marching band to be so enthusiastic right before they came.
There we go. You got to see them before they became stars on national television. How cool is that?
You know what, Paul? Your timing is always impeccable. Thank you so much. It feels like we're right there with you, and that is quite a sight to see. I'm really happy for all of the people in New York and the tourists in New York, and you who get to be there live as the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade returns. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.